Welcome to the Healthy Eating Video Log, 188 pages of transitional raw vegan menu ideas, serving suggestions, and recipes. Hello everyone, this is Alea, and guess where I am? I am at the Sheraton, and this is a break from the Aloha Wisdom Gathering. And this particular video is going to be a commentary about food. And the main reason I'm going to talk about it, there's a couple of things. We had a conversation during the gathering yesterday about chemtrails, Monsanto, GMO foods, all the things that we really don't want in our bodies. And the conversation had to do with, how do we affordably manage to have the things that are wholesome and to maintain health and well-being and all of that when sometimes those are the only foods that are available. It's the only thing that is out there for us. And I want to share with you some of the things that came up from the grandmothers, but also some of the things that came to me as I was listening to the discussion. And I'm going to try to keep this short. We live in a world where everything around us is being affected by everything else. So, there's the corporations, and there's the chemicals, and there's the fluoride in the water, and there's the government that doesn't do what we think it should. And, the list is endless as to what needs to be fixed. And I don't see, personally, a way to fix all the things that need to be fixed. I also think that the more we try to fix it, the more stressed out we become. And the more stressed out we become, the less defenses we have against anything. So one of the things that came up when this discussion was going on was, who are we to say that there's something wrong? Yeah, it looks like there's something wrong to us, but maybe there isn't anything wrong. Maybe it's all in perfect order. Maybe it's a part of our evolution to a higher order, to a more expressed being, to a clearer being, to a better expression of our spirituality and our beingness, because we can't take enough pills, we can't sign enough petitions, we can't march enough, we can't do any of those things enough to stop the issues that are going on in our world. But if we can lift our vibration to the point that everything that comes at us is for our betterment, then we have won. And the planet has won as also. So there's a thing in the Bible, and I know that a lot of my listeners are not Christian, but I think this sort of makes its way across all of the different modalities of spirituality, and that is that you can, I don't know how it exactly is worded, but something to the effect of, you can drink poison and it doesn't hurt you if you are pure in thought. And so the theme that went throughout the meeting yesterday was to work for balance, and that all of the things to fix it are inside of us. Whatever it is, it's inside of us, and that everything that's happening that we don't approve of is also inside of us. And so the job is not to make them stop, but it's to clear the disorder, the chaos, the whatever that is inside of us, and in clearing that, we clear the things that are expressing outside of us. And so I'm listening to that, and I'm hearing that, and I'm realizing that the more I work on seeing that it's all in perfect order, even when I don't agree with it, even when it's, it almost flies in the face of everything that I think I want to be true, that if I can look at it and say, and this is the example that I'm going to use, and I think that you guys will get it also, that to the flour and the eggs and the butter and the spices, the making of a cake looks like chaos and it looks like a disaster because they've all been used to being in their own separate little containers with nothing to affect them. And then when someone comes along and breaks the eggs and melts the butter and, mixes it all up together and whatnot, it sounds like a disaster to the individuals. But the whole picture is a cake. The same thing goes for the butterfly. The caterpillar, who goes into his cocoon and pulls his everything in behind him and, goes to sleep or whatever happens to a caterpillar in the cocoon. That process feels like death. It looks like death. It is the end of everything that he knows. And his little caterpillar body has protected him, has taken care of him, has, sustained him for his whole little caterpillar life. And then he goes into his little cocoon and everything changes and he melts. He becomes liquid. But he emerges as a butterfly, a beautiful butterfly with wings. And I'm thinking that might be sort of what's happening to us. It looks like to us, from our perception, it looks as if everything is falling apart and that Monsanto and the GMO and the government and all this stuff is really destructive toward our betterment and they're not helping anything. But if God made everything and everything is in divine order, we have to believe that is divine order and that it is not a problem. It is not a mistake. It is exactly as it should be and that it's going to work out just fine. And so as far as the GMO foods and whatnot are concerned, I say eating even GMO foods is better than killing to eat. And I know that's a stretch for some people, but I feel that it's better than killing to eat, and that even when we are not getting organic, if we're getting fruits and vegetables and we're blessing our food and we're lifting it to the highest and we're giving thanks for it and we're blessing the water that is in it, that food will sustain us much better than something that was killed in order, that we took a life in order to sustain ourselves. And I'm not saying that eating meat is wrong. I'm not saying that eating fish is wrong. I'm not saying that eating other live things is wrong. I'm saying that I believe that eating the plant-based diet is a higher calling, a higher vibration. And I also feel that eating raw is a higher still vibration. And, if we allow ourselves to just partake of everything that's out there, it's so amazing. I tasted egg fruit today. I didn't even know such a thing existed. And it tastes like an egg yolk. It has the same consistency, it's the same color, it's kind of sweet, kind of salty. It's delicious. And it's a fruit. It grows on a tree. It drops off the tree and it's ready to eat. We live in an amazing place, and I just wanted to share that with you and to give you a little bit of on how to deal with the GMO and the chemtrails and all that stuff, because it keeps showing up, and I think that the more we fight against it, the less favor we do ourselves. It's to embrace it and transmute it. Until next time, have a fabulous day, and I'm sending you ocean breezes. Aloha.